sounds like you're saying, I'm asking, that the police allow the drugs to come into the black community because they have a whole industry. They have a way of benefiting.
I'm gonna go further than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go farther than that.
The drugs to come into the black community because they have a whole industry. They have a way of benefiting.
I'm gonna go further than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go farther than that. And not just allow, it's like they're saying the government allows the drugs to come inside the country, the community. There's a concerted effort. There's a layout. I don't know if you say, well, that's conspiracy theory. That's, you know, so I can't believe the government would put that much work into it, I'm saying. I mean, there's a concerted effort. I mean, it's like anytime they can lay out by such and such year, this how many people are going to be dead from particular diseases. Anytime they can lay out a certain, by this particular year, this how many penitentiaries they're going to build. Now, they don't say based on if crime is going to happen. It's a laid out plan. You go back historically. I mean, let's say the drug economy. 1971, William Sullivan, the deputy director of the FBI, was sent to Vietnam, Southeast Asia, to stop their so-called drug problem. Which is ironic, being that the French who bombarded the Vietnamese people with dope dens and prostitution houses. When William Sullivan returns back from Vietnam, by some strange coincidence, the black community is bombarded with heroin, karachi. Vietnam was the poppy leaf grower, the raw form of heroin and karachi.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 78, this same William Sullivan sent to Latin America, you know what I'm saying, to stop their so-called drug problem. When he, keep in mind, this is on the heels of the courageous revolution led by the Sandinistas over in Latin America. When he returns back in 78, all of a sudden, by some strange coincidence, the black community is bombarded with the crack epidemic. Latin Americans with the coca leaf grower. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the raw form of cocaine and crack. So it's a direct correlation, not some sort of conspiracy theory. It's a laid out agenda, it's a laid out plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they come through our community and say, good evening, I'm the FBI, blah, blah. I mean, we say all police don't wear uniforms. They put agent provocateurs inside our community, so on and so forth, to set the lick, I'm saying. And we have to start looking at this, I'm saying.
And you know when you talk about provocateurs, you know what within every organization that tries to uplift black people, they send agents inside of these organizations to try to destroy them from within. Do you think agents have been sent within your organization? I think they can infiltrate any organization.
Ain't no doubt about it.
And how do y'all deal with that? There's agents sent to every organization.
Ain't no doubt about it. I mean, just you ain't even got to be you don't even have to be a revolutionary organization to be infiltrated. You know what I'm saying? Just the simple fact of black folks, I mean, they got churches and just locals. I mean, they talk about like in the COINTELPRO papers. They expose and the 60s. I'm talking about just what they call the NAACP. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote safe organizations. I'm talking about, infiltrated. And let me point out the fact that agent provocateurs is the ones who actually do the criminal activity.
You don't think your organization is beyond being infiltrated?
Oh, no doubt. They done since I've been out. They done sent agent provocateurs at me. I'm talking about wearing skirts and pants, the whole lick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There have been 2 assassination attempts made on my life since I've been back out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? They've sent agents, you name them, you know what I'm saying? And Chairman Fred said, you did, we know they got our pictures, we know they want our, they got our names, our license plate, they after us, so on and so forth. But if we spend more time worried about that, we spend less time working for the people. And we very clear that the people are our best security.
Okay, what is your organization doing within the community, right? And I'm talking about like the old Panthers, they used to hand out food, give people food. What are they doing directly that the people can feel within the community, that they can see that's going on right now? What are they doing?
POCC.
Where you located at?
Well, we got a slogan. We say the streets are our office.
Oh, okay.
The streets are our office. Our work hours are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The concrete that's our desk, and our secretaries are the street soldiers. You did. We based up out of Bethel Nations Church on 62nd and Justine, 6250 South Justine. And speaking of which, that's one of the major campaigns we're fighting against right now. The land grab. That particular institution is what we refer to as a community anchor, where they've been trying to take their property so they can build this large pig station, basically, up in right in Inglewood. We've engaged in a number of different campaigns. The food program, you know what I'm saying? It's not a charity program either. We stuff the bags, the free fruit and the food we get to the people. We stuff with different propaganda and literature about information about the Aaron Patterson case, the Marie Abu Jamal case, so on and so forth. Engaged them. We don't respect no colonial borders. You know what I'm saying? We dressed in campaigns on international basis. We got chapters all in Brazil, the POCC did. We just come back just recently, you know what I'm saying, from down to New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, grabbed by, the coalition, different churches and everything. There was Greater Harvest Church, Brother Minister Overdeli, some more forces, and some contributions from Brother Wallace Davis, you know what I'm saying, came in. Went down there, you know what I'm saying, got these families back up here, you know what I'm saying. In fact, we got a chapter down there still Heard about a coordinator, Chewy Clark, who did 18 years in Angola Penitentiary, who's still holding down there. They had guns and everything placed to their head, refusing to leave. Down, right now, right up Desjardins Street on St. Bernard, down New Orleans as we speak. Anchoring, holding down there as we speak, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna ask you to come back one month. You know what? I have to ask you something about Bobby Rush, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But this is something that I feel it should be discussed.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later on.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you know, about the drugs. What about the drugs? I mean, the gang members. Do y'all talk to the different gangs to get them to try to come together to try to do something positive in the community?
I'm a stickler for
different
terms.
GDs, the disciples, the Latin Kings. So y'all ever pulling them together to try to get them to start working together collectively to do something for the community?
I'm a stickler. We're a stickler for terms. We, as opposed to gangs, we quote former Superintendent of Chicago Police Leroy Martin when he said the baddest gang in Chicago was Chicago Police Department.
Okay.
We refer to these brothers and sisters as unpoliticized street tribes. Again, unpoliticized street tribes. And I don't think nobody else is into the tactics that we're doing. We literally turn the communities into classrooms, whether it be 79th and Maryland, whether it be the Rockwell Project. We out there on a day-to-day basis, not dealing with dogma, some sort of elitism, grabbing with these forces, winning them to some point of unity with the struggle, not some sort of idealism, thinking everybody's going to be some sort of frontline revolutionary. We refer to as the code of conduct, POCC code of conduct. We say just certain stages, you know what I'm saying? For example, no snitching, no rape, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And different campaigns. These forces, they support the Black August campaign, which brings light to the plight of political prisoners. Again, 'cause a lot of cats engage in these conscious circles or these culture cliques, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we say, no, gotta go out there with the people. I'm telling you, we out there on a day-to-day basis, I'm saying, no man, grabbing with these brothers and sisters, winning them some point of political unity. These are brothers and sisters. We know that any history making moves, you gotta do a groundswell and go to the valley, to the masses. I'm from the valley, not the mountaintop.
You know, do y'all ever envision a time or point in y'all developmental stage where y'all will combine and have somebody running for political office that can step in that city council, somebody that can step into the Congress, and somebody can step in a senator's seat to try to bring about some change, at least to make some noise? Do you ever envision that?
Well, we very clear. That's a tricky tool, especially in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We know the history of the Daily Machine in particular, the gangster Daily Machine in particular.
Yes, sir.
Electoral politics. We distinguish that from politics. And if we can use that as opposed to using us, we down with it. You know what I'm saying? What I mean, we clear the dog wag the tail don't wag the dog. And we had, you know, there were such cases as Brother Ann Patterson, you know what I'm saying, who had ran for state rep. And a lot of people just think that, well, he lost it when he ran for state rep against Daley back incumbent Patricia Bailey. It was Ann Patterson who addressed that before it was popular. I mean, that before it came out, you know what I'm saying, before the news reports talked about it, how she was a ghost addressee, she wasn't living there, so on and so forth. Yeah. So, I mean, and the whole thing about the Daily connection, the whole lick, her mother works for Dick Devine's office, all that. We done that when it was not chic, when it was not quote-unquote politically correct to address that. So there was certain revolutionary at least even made when Brother Ann Patterson ran for that office. And we seen the repercussions that came down, you know, from that courageous stand he done, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, y'all gonna have somebody run for office again.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Because you have all these foot soldiers that can be utilized to do, that's an opportunity to put an alderman in office that can start something. Well,
something comes with us. We did, matter of fact, Puffy Combs wasn't allowed to come to Chicago with that garbage vote or die. We went up with that. We said organize or die. You know what I'm saying? That was our position. Aaron Patterson, when he ran for state rep, the first thing on his agenda was the African anti-terrorism bill. We're not that desperate where people just come tell us we'll just vote for anybody less than too evil. I don't think that's not our position. So there's a certain agenda that comes to the black community. No other nationality tell their people that, well, just vote for anybody. No. There's a certain agenda. In fact, when Kerry came to Chicago, it was us that drove down and said, look, what's your position on the African anti-terrorism bill? This what comes with us.
You got something real quick. We only got like